All right. Good evening, everyone. It's Sunday night here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, which means we're back to our live play game. We are playing part 2 of Tockworth's Clockworks tonight, joined, of course, by a couple of our community members as players, Sandofall and Fun Conscious, as well as our normal cast of characters of Dauntshin, Design Lizard, and Otter. We are, again, as I mentioned before, we are playing through the Keys of the Golden Vault hardcover. This is the 5th level adventure, Tockworth's Clockworks. Tonight we're playing part 2. The characters are working for the Golden Vault, which is a organization most likely ran by good-aligned metallic dragons. Their headquarters somewhere located in the outer planes, the upper planes, where all the good-aligned celestials and stuff are. And the Golden Vault does jobs that not most law enforcement wouldn't be able to take care of, but they're all do it for just reasons, and of course do good. No matter the cost, being the motto of the Golden Vault. Let's go ahead and reintroduce the characters here in a short moment, but I did want to mention for our viewers and our subscribers and such that we do have some channel points available now. Of course, you've been gaining those gold pieces, and if you go down to your channel points down there at the bottom of your screen, you should be able to see some things that you can purchase. We will be double checking the chat every once in a while to see if you want to spend any of those to give another player inspiration, to give the DM disadvantage, basically I should say advantage for a player, disadvantage for a monster, wild surges, a bunch of other fun stuff that's in there. We might change the points eventually, but right now that's the points as they're set up, and we'll see how fast they come out and how if anything needs to be lowered or raised point wise. Also, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope you had a chance to wish your mother or your wife, your significant other, whoever happens to be the mother of the children in your life, wish them a happy Mother's Day as well. So let's go ahead and introduce our characters. Let's go ahead and go across the bottom in our Roll20 room here. Let's start with Stinkfoot. Go ahead and reintroduce your character for everyone.
Absolutely. How's it going? Stinkfoot Alabaster Grasper is a Deep Gnome School of Abjuration wizard. Came up through the Underdark and trying to make the world a little bit better place. And these goals align well currently with the Keys goals. So for now, we're in their service.
All right, thank you, Stinkfoot. And Snaps, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm playing Gimbal Snaps McCracken. I'm also a deep gnome, the roguish type, with a thief specialty. He's always looking over his shoulder and ready to ask a question if needed.
Thank you, Snaps. Do we have Reginald?
Hey. Reginald is a Harengon Ranger of the Swarmkeeper variety, toting around a nursery of raccoons. They broke out of prison and would very much like to keep it that way, and currently find themselves employed by the Vault.
All right, thank you, Reginald. And then we have Sonora.
Sonora is a wood elf druid, previously invested in brewing and specializing in magic involving plants. Little Lockford, not much more to say about that.
Thank you, Sonora. And then we have Gertis.
Hey, Gertis is a human champion fighter. He started out doing some bartending, found that doing the bouncing was a bit more fun, and he's decided to just find his adventure wherever the in this case, keys, sometimes booze, take him.
Excellent. Thank you, Gertis. Everyone go ahead and start with inspiration. We always have the players start with inspiration at the beginning of the session. For those of you that might be new to the stream, we do play the Adventurers League rules, which is the organized play system for Dungeons & Dragons and Wizards of the Coast. Currently, our heroes are working to aid a small Svebnerland town, Deep Gnome town, of Little Lockford. Their security, the head of their security, Tixie Tockworth, that was once entrusted with the town's security, has kind of turned the clockwork automatons that are used for security in the town against the populace. And the characters have been asked to go inside, retrieve the security key from either on Tixie's body or perhaps in her workshop, and try to get to where they can turn off the automatons that are in the town. Unfortunately, some of the automatons have slain a few of the townsfolk. The rest of the town are waiting in a cavern in the Underdark outside of the town of Little Lockford. Last session, we found a monk or priest in the monastery who caused a bit of commotion and told some of those automatons that are patrolling the city around. The characters fought them off, finding 2 prisoners that had escaped during the confusion. And at the end of the session, we went ahead and had the players return the gnome to the gate and out to the rest of the survivors. And they have started making their way back into Turbine Heights. Did that about wrap it up for everyone there? Was that a good wrap up? Yes, yes.
It sounds good, yes.
All right.
Delivered him by the scruff of his neck to that door.
Mhm.
Yes, definitely. It was not very quiet, and definitely was a problem for the heroes. But you've made your way back over to Turbine Heights, and as you come over that bridge, that of course is down, you do notice that as you made your way through this town. Of course, let me see if we've got. Yeah, we still have the photo there. If we want to give everyone a look of how this town looks from the entering in from the main gate there. You did notice that there are a couple of bridges down. There is a bridge to the center area. All those bridges are down, save the one from Smolder Town. Making your way into the Turbine Heights area, you can see the streets of this district are filled with steam. And through the haze, you can see bright street lamps and abandoned buildings. About every 15 seconds, a bolt of electricity arcs from a metal tower in the middle of the district to similar towers in other districts. Looking about with the steam filling the streets, the area is definitely lightly obscured. You should note on your maps, if you want to pull out your from your player handouts folder in your journals, you should have your map for the Mayor Broadfoot's map.
Yes.
And speaking with the sergeant, the sergeant did notice, and the mayor actually noticed as well, as Snaps kind of jostled the map around a little bit, looking it up and down, noted that the infirmary and the jail were actually flip-flopped on her map. She mistakenly, in her rush, put down the map, or I'm sorry, the infirmary and the jail, and the other one's spots on the map. Where would you like to head to first?
Do I still have Pass Without a Trace up? That goes for an hour.
No, because you would have taken, because remember we had you guys take a short rest as well when you got back.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
So if you want to recast that, you can do so.
Mm-hmm.
I could also cast it because I have it as well.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool. Yes.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. So then let's go ahead and give me a after Sonora casts Pass Without Trace. Everyone, go ahead and give me a group stealth check. Don't forget, Pass Without Trace adds +10 to your stealth check. Oh goodness! 2 natural 20s right off the bat, right?
Well, I'm gonna need those later.
So we have 39, a 35, a 34, 22. And Gertis, I'm assuming that you're still borrowing the mithril plate from Dauntishin, I believe. So you do not have disadvantage on your stealth check. And a 21. All right, so the lowest we have is a 21. That's a great group stealth check for everyone.
Mitch, did you need one from the Raven?
No, we don't need one from the Raven. That's fine. I'm assuming
Right.
just the raven that's maybe on your shoulder for now. So which area of the little map that the Mayor Broadfoot had given you, where are you heading first?
I think we had agreed to investigate the power around the power station. I think does that sound correct,
Yeah, let's
everybody?
head to the power station.
Okay.
All right. So
Keeping an eye out for observers.
Everyone go ahead and
Move
give
up
me a
a little bit.
perception check as you're moving through. Keep in mind if you want to move that off of the grid. Actually, let's just do this. We'll turn the grid off, make it a little bit easier.
I'm gonna get rid of this
Okay.
surge thing that we were messing with previously.
Oh, I just put that out there. I'm going to go ahead and put that back out there just in case anyone asks for it. Yeah, that's a good thing. We can explain what that does as well. This is our random effects. If anyone does happen to purchase a wild surge, redeem a wild surge with their gold pieces, that way I can access that immediately without having to pull it back out again.
Okay.
You should be able to move your tokens around, the party token around, and then I will get everyone's. And with the perception checks, you don't. Well, snaps. There you go. With your perception and Reginald with your perception, you don't really see with the steam building around the area is fairly lightly obscured. But you don't really hear any of the whirring. I mean, you hear a lot of whirring and buzzing and things like that coming from the power station itself here, but you don't really hear that sign of those observers. That sound of that observer you had found, you had heard in Old Lockford.
Fantastic.
Well, that's a relief. Would you like to go inside, everybody, to see if we can look at the controls?
I'll send the raven up on the roof and let us know if it sees anything.
Okay. Does not see anything on the roof, but it does kind of get a little skittish because of that lightning every 15 seconds. You know, that bursts of electricity shooting out from the tower on top of the power station.
All right, I tell it if it'd be more comfortable to hop on the roof across the street and let us know if it sees anything coming while we're inside.
Sure. And let me move your tokens that are down here to the outside of the power station. So you should all see yourselves down here now, and this door here in front of you is for the power station.
Okay.
Well, Snaps will kind of quietly step up to the door and look at it and listen and see if there's any noise on the other side.
You really don't even have to make a perception check. You just hear loud hisses like steam. You hear a grinding of some sort, a rather large grinding of some sort on the other side. If you want to give me a specific perception check, you might be able to maybe make out what some of the sounds are, perhaps.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll listen a little closer. I'll lean in and put my cup to the door and listen.
Yeah, it's just so loud. It's just a cacophony of sound all around inside there.
Put the cup away, and I'll go ahead and look back at everybody and just kind of give a thumbs up, like, hey.
You can, like, from the outside of the power station, you see it's a 30-foot tall metal tower extends from the rooftop. The building itself is a fairly blocky, one-story stone building. The tower kind of crackles with electricity and spews, clouds of steam everywhere. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, every 15 seconds, the discharges an arc of lightning that leads to the other towers.
Okay. Are there any windows nearby on the exterior?
There are not.
Okay. All right. I guess if no one objects, I'll go to open the door.
Sounds good.
Right behind you.
So as you open the door,
door,
the interior of the power station is one big room. filled with billowing clouds of steam. 4 howling turbines take up most of the floor space, and you see iron steps lead to a 6-foot-high iron balcony on the west side of the room. At the north end of the balcony, there does appear to be an iron ladder that climbs to a trap door in the roof. You also see that there's some sort of metal console up on the balcony as well. However, the power station area here around these turbines, you can see that there is one of the Clockwork defenders seems to be trapped in the cogs of the turbine itself as the cogs are trying to turn around. That seems to be what's causing the issue with all of the steam in the district. You can see that its legs of the Clockwork defender are stuck in the turbine.
Well, I'll go ahead and step inside and kind of motion to let everyone else kind of be able to see what I see. And
sure. The defender is definitely restrained in that position where it's at in the turbine.
All right. And as Gertis comes in, I will shut the door behind us.
Okay.
And I'll lean over to Stink. Hey, Stink. What do you think about that clockwork? Perhaps we should dismantle the clockwork while it's trapped.
Have the big human yank it out. I can't even reach it.
Yeah, it might attack him though once he pulls it out though.
We'll be ready.
Okay. Gertis. That thing is messing up the power, it looks like. It's stuck in the gears. You wanna
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Stink, go up on the platform and check out what you see up there. What is that, levers up there?
As you start making your way up, Stink kind of walking that direction, Snaps, you step forward, and the creature then will attack you. Let's go ahead and give me an initiative for everyone.
Oh, he attacks me there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
So what we get for trying to help?
Trying to help a programmed robot that's supposed to kill you, right? All right, looks like we have, we're missing.
Oh, me. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. There. I just didn't have snaps clicked.
Sending. There we go. And at the beginning of the round is Sonora. You see a steps forward, Sonora. The Clockwork defender, even though it's trapped there, it still looks like it's going to strike out to try to hit Snaps.
I'll go ahead and cast Ice Knife.
Okay. A 23 will indeed hit the creature. And it's got to make the save for the cold. It has disadvantage on the save, being restrained. It will fail, taking 3 piercing and 6 cold. And can you see its hit point bar? Yes, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Excellent. All right, any movement for Sonora?
No, not at this time.
All right, Gertis.
I'm just going to go up and see if I can tear its limbs off.
Okay.
You want me to make like a strength check or an attack roll first for that sort of thing?
If you want to try to pull it out of the contraption, out of the damaged turbine, you can go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Yeah, let's at least start with that.
Oh, no, it's actually it's moving so much that it's hard to get a really good grip on the creature itself. So you do have 2 attacks. So if you want to replace your other attack with another one of those attempts, you can, or you can just attack it if you want to.
I'll keep pulling. See what happens.
All right, go ahead. You're actually able to pull it out and pull it over to here. But now it is no longer restrained by the turbine. Any more movement or bonus actions?
That I wouldn't be able to stay grappled in that sort of situation, though. Is that correct?
Well, that was just to pull it out of the machinery there. If it was a grapple check, it would be a contested check for it to have a chance to resist.
Gotcha. Okay, then for now, I will. I think I'll actually move to the other side of it.
Okay.
About here.
Excellent. All right, then Snaps, you're up.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and fire my shortbow at it.
Okay. Your
At
companions
least-
are right beside it, which will give you your sneak attack damage.
Excellent. Okay.
13 will miss, unfortunately, as it
Okay.
clinks off of the metal of the automaton.
All right. Well, I will take this opportunity. I see these parts of this machine are sticking out there. Is that up above where could I go over here, or is that blocked?
You could move in that direction. You're small. Yeah, sure. You can move up in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I'll just move over there and hide real quick.
Okay. That's a bonus action.
Bonus action hide. Then I'm done.
All right. Give that stealth check. Sonora is still concentrating on the pass without trace, so you'll still get your plus 10.
Awesome.
Nice. 27. And Stinkfoot, you are up.
Would I be smart enough to know if Toll the Dead and necrotic damage would bother this? Assume it wouldn't.
So did you recall? I don't know if you cast that in the last battle or not. Do you recall if you cast that in the last battle?
I don't think I did, no. Yeah?
I don't think so.
I thought you did.
I do recall something about you had made some checks earlier last episode about information, and you know pretty much they're just immune to poison.
Okay. Oh, it's looking a little hurt, so I will give it some Toll the Dead.
All right. Go ahead and roll me your 2d12 for damage, and then I will check its save. Oh, it will save, not taking any damage from the cantrip.
Okay.
Anything else, Stinkfoot?
I'm good.
All right. The creature is up. He only has one attack, so he is going to attack randomly. One will be Reginald, two will be Sonora, and three will be Gertis. Gertis, very fitting, it will attack you. It's an electrified bite, missing with an armor class of 10. Reginald, you're up.
Well, I'm just going to try and take my rapier and jam it into the gears and hope it does something.
Sure.
Yeah.
That will indeed hit, yes.
For 6. And
it do full damage.
I will let the raccoons have their shot in there for another 2.
All right.
And I'll do it again.
12 will miss, as the creature's solid, metal exterior will prevent your blade from piercing it. Anything else?
That's all I got for right now.
All right. Is the top of the next round. Oops. There we go. Sonora, you're up first.
I'll go. I'll try and hit it with my sickle.
Okay, excellent. Oof. A 13 again. The creature has just a really solid metal exterior, and the sickle's not able to pierce through it. Any bonus actions?
No.
All right, Gertis.
All right, bonk.
The Maul 25 AC will indeed strike true, finishing off the creature and taking you out of combat. You do notice now that the creature has been removed from the turbine, the room itself is slowly starting to clear out. And you can see that it's not as pushing as much steam out of the top as obviously the steam throughout the area of Turbine Heights was due to that creature being stuck in that area. But as you're heading up there near the console, Stink, you see that there is a metal console overlooking the turbines. It's kind of inscribed with a map of the town. Next to the map are several switches. It definitely seems like there's a switch for every bridge and district, one for the slag line, one for the power station. Which one would you like to examine first? Does anyone else want to go up there with Stink to examine that?
Yeah, I call them up.
Okay.
I'll go up.
I assume we don't want the slag line running just yet. Would it be foolish to drop all the bridges?
Well, you look at the slag line switch and you see that there's just one switch for the slag line.
Yep.
And you can see that turning it to the left shuts off the bucket chain. Turning to the right switches the bucket chain on, and it's in the straight up and down position right now.
Okay.
You also notice that for the bridges, as we were looking at the bridges, there is one switch for each of Little Lockford's 9 bridges. The bridge can be raised by turning it switch to the left or lowered by turning it switch to the right.
Okay. So we're going to try to eventually, looking at this map, we're trying to get down to Smolder Town, but not yet, right? We're trying to what was our plan? Our plan was to try to go either by slag line or by the bridge to skirt around to the cave mouth area and then try to get to Smolder Town. Does that sound correct?
You
We
do
need to
have
get
a
the fail
bridge.
safe in Smolder Town.
Yeah, you do have a bridge down here that is down that'll take you to Smolder Town. But your first initial idea was now that you can control some of the bridges. You initially took an idea of maybe using the slag line to get around down to Cave Mouth. But if you wanted to, you could lower the bridge either from Smolder Town or from Old Lockford to be able to get down to the cave mouth. If you want to go down to cave mouth, that's totally up to you.
Ooh, what do we want to do? They say that it could be dangerous in cave mouth. A bunch of creepy crawlies coming up out of the tunnels there.
Mm-hmm. You do also
Monsters.
notice as you're looking at the two of you are looking at that, and perhaps maybe your companion is looking over, easily looking over your gnomish shoulders, can see that there's a switch for each district as well. There's a switch for each of the little. You notice that there's 6 districts: Cave Mouth, Halfway Isle, Old Lockford, Smolder Town, Turbine Heights, and then the center area is called the Overlook. And you can shut the streetlights on or off in each district if you wish.
Ooh, I vote shut them off. Shut them all off. Creep along in the dark. That's my vote.
Well, you do have a couple of people, I believe, that aren't able to see in the dark. Your Herringon
sorry.
Ranger and your human fighter.
That's okay.
And
I
we
don't
do
need
still
to
have
see.
passed without
That's
a trace.
fine.
And you do still pass without trace.
Stink will hold your hand.
There's also one other switch, and you kind of look at that and you notice it's the main shutdown switch for the station.
Okay. All right. So
It is currently turned to the right, and everything is powered. You also recall, if you do plan on going to Cave Mouth, to keep in mind that the lights were turned off in that area when you came in the first section in Old Lockford. You were able to look to the south and see that those street lights were off in that area.
Oh, okay. Perhaps we should just cut those lights on and then go and see what's going on down there before we can go around to Smolder Town. What do you think? What's up?
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, I was chatting to chat there.
Okay.
Did we want to
yes.
hit the infirmary before we head out of the Turbine Heights?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can do that before we head out. Before we go go.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anything you've got it kind of secured now, so you know where the switches are? Do you want to turn any of those before you finish your exploration of Turbine Heights, or do you want to turn any of those on or off, raise or lower any of the bridges?
Perhaps leave them as is for now, and then come back to the power station after investigating the infirmary. There is the jail that we have to contend with, possibly. What do you think, guys?
Sounds good to me. If we've got it secured, we can always come back and activate things before we head out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just thought it maybe it'd be
come back.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to be safe, we could lift all of the bridges and then go to the infirmary and then come back and then lower the one we're going to use.
There's a point. Yeah, good point.
I mean, it's quiet around here right now.
Yeah.
At the moment, yes. Go ahead and give me a perception check, and also give me one for the Raven as well, if you would.
This gets a +3.
Okay. 19. Excellent. The Raven does note to you telepathically that it does spot one of the observers coming into the area. With a simple insight checks, I mean, anyone that has a passive of 10 or more, you can obviously hear that the noise level of the turbine working inside has dropped because it's no longer hindered by the defender. So it's gotten a little quieter in the area, and you do see one of those observers coming. The Raven does see one of those observers coming into the area slowly. It's little light flashing back and forth among the streets.
I wondered if the bridges moving would attract attention too. We said possibly pulling them all up while we investigate the jail and infirmary. I don't know if that would draw attention to. I don't know if those things are smart enough to realize if bridges are moving, the power station's back up.
Good point.
Very true. It might be possible that they might be aware of your location if you raise or lower any of those. You do recall that the observers themselves weren't very hardy, but they were fairly hard to hit. What would you like to do?
I vote that we leave it as is, go check things out, avoid this thing that Stink has been alerted to, the observer, if we can. We don't want to bring up the alarm.
We're going to use our fun little circle from the observer from last session. Bring it over here, up here to the map where you're at.
Okay.
And it is currently, the Raven informs you telepathically, Stink, that currently the observer is moving over here on the far side, basically the east side, and heading up and down the walkway, or the street that way. Make this a little bigger so we can actually move it. There we go.
So what do you think, Stink? Should we go for it? Check out the infirmary or the jail?
Keep in mind that they are switched. The closest one to you is the infirmary.
Yes.
Might as well.
Let's do it.
All right, everyone, go ahead and
Nice,
give me
all right.
let's go ahead and give me another stealth check, making your way across the road. Keep in mind you do have a +10 still from the Pass Without Trace from Sonora. Of course, with the Pass Without Trace kind of magically muting your sounds and such, Stinkfoot, you guys are running across the way, stealthily making your way to the infirmary, and you kick a couple of rocks, but luckily the magic from the Pass Without Trace does not cause the observer to notice you, and you're able to make it to the infirmary. You do notice that there's a stone sign depicting a crutch hangs above the entrance of this one-story building. You do notice that the double doors below the sign they are ajar, revealing a hallway beyond.
Same thing. I'll come up to the door, and I'll just listen.
Yeah,
Look in any windows if there are.
No, doesn't appear to be. Everything appears to be dark inside. Looking through into the small windows around the outside. Okay. But as you get up to the doors to listen, you can see that beyond the double doors, a long, dark hallway. But give me a perception check.
Okay.
You don't hear anything other from the inside. You do hear the whirring of the observer, kind of moving around.
I'll just kind of look back and whisper.
Jump inside.
Yeah, I'll say it looks safe. Let's get in.
Going in.
All right, move yourselves inside there, and you notice beyond the double door, the long dark hallway. You see there are 3 doors on the east side, or I'm sorry, the north side. The 3 doors on the south side, and at the far end of the hall, you see another double door at the other end. You looking about in this hallway here. You can see that there are some contraptions, small chairs with wheels on them. A few gnome-sized crutches here and there, kind of debris out in the hallway itself. Kind of moving up to the, you notice the rooms on the south seem to be examination rooms.
Okay, and they're all empty?
Well, you can go ahead and give me investigation checks if you'd like to go through and look through the different rooms.
Yeah, I'm looking for, of course, the observers, bad guys, but also if anyone's still trapped in the infirmary or injured or need assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Insight? Or investigation?
Yeah, investigation.
Yes. Okay.
You don't notice any people around at all. Nothing really in examination rooms. You notice the doors on the north side of the hallway are all storage rooms. And looking through that, go ahead and give me a group investigation check. All right. You're able to, in the northern rooms, the storage rooms, going through all that area, you find bandages, other mundane medical supplies, and you basically find also the equivalent of 6 healer's kits and 6 potions of healing.
Oh. Healer's kit, 6 potions of healing. Nice.
Did you say 6 healer's kits?
Yes, 6 healer's kits.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping those are mundane items, so if each one of you want to take one, you'll have an extra one to give to someone else.
Sure.
Now we can make poor choices and have an undo button.
But thoroughly searching the rest, you notice that the other set of double doors at the end of the hall appears to have been some sort of operating room, but there's no one inside the building.
Okay. Well,
I'm satisfied if you are.
what do you want to do next? Go to the jail? Oh, and Snaps rolls his eyes like, oh no. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
last ones we met from the jail weren't so great.
yeah, they weren't very nice. Not very
We
nice
assume
people.
since those guys we met were out that everyone's going to be out and save our time, or
Yeah, we could.
I
We
don't
could
see why
just,
you'd stay.
we could. Yeah, we could blow that off. I'm all for just skipping the jail. I don't want to talk to those guys anyway. But it's up to you. Go. What do you guys want to do? Anybody feel the pull to go help out the prisoners if needed, or see what's going on over there?
Yeah.
They got themselves in there. They can get themselves out.
Ooh, harsh. Okay, yeah. What about you, Reginald? You want to go and just check it out for old time's sake?
Yeah.
wanna go back to the jail, Reginald?
Kind of sounds like the town's problem, really.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's majority. Unless anybody's really opposed,
I
we're
I
not
don't
going to the jail.
imagine there being anything too helpful to us in the jail.
Yeah.
Maybe some
information.
ornery folk.
Yeah, I can only think maybe somebody has some information. It's the people of that professions might be good at at least giving you the scoop. Telling you what's going on, really. But whether you believe them or not, it might be another story. Anyway,
I'd find it easier
Move
to
on.
believe there'd be people hiding out in the bar I think I saw on the map. I mean, if I was going to
Where was
hide
that?
out for a period of time, it sounds at least there'd be food, there'd be ale,
Yeah.
Especially
Where?
if I was incarcerated for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the bar?
That would be down in Smoldertown.
Smoldertown, the Mother Lode.
That's the one.
That's what it's called at the map. As I'm pulling out my little map or the map that they gave us. Okay. So, but we don't want to go there directly just yet, right? Or are we still trying to check out the rest of the town to see what's going on, or?
Well, you do know that your objective is to get the security key and to get your way to find out where you can hit the kill switch, as it were, for all of the automatons.
Okay, that is the main objective. But for some reason, I was thinking that Snaps wants to go investigate other things. I don't know. I think he's just fascinated with this town and how it is, and being back down in the Underdark. He feels at home. But no, we can go straight there to Smoldertown if you guys want to go do that. We'll go back to the power station and activate some switches.
Sure.
Well, there is currently a bridge down right now.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't get across at the moment.
Okay, and the lights are on in Smoldertown.
Correct.
Okay,
the only place the lights are off is in Cave Mouth.
Just in Cave Mouth. All right, cool. Beeline down to the bar. I mean, the Mother Lode. What do you think, guys?
We'll check with the Raven and find out where the observer is.
It is passed south through the middle middle street, and is now heading up north on the western road.
Is it a good time to go, Steve? Yes, I agree.
All right, go ahead and give me one more group stealth check, making your way out of the infirmary, bypassing the jail and heading down south. Our lowest was a 20 on the stealth check. Excellent. You're not spotted by the observer. And go ahead and move your party token down to the south there. And give me one moment.
I'll call the Raven along.
My goodness. Okay. As you make your way into Smolder Town, the acrid stench of hot metal clings and hangs over this district. Buildings here have no decoration, and nearly every surface is caked in decades of grime and soot. You also notice there are a few more gnome bodies lying face down in the grit.
Oh. Don't look, Stink. Don't look.
Definitely knowing with both Sink and Snaps being deep gnomes, you know this area is probably where most of the smithies and workshops and kind of the industrial heart of Little Lockford would be in this area. You should be able to tell from your map a couple of locations that the mayor might have jotted down for you.
Yes. We've got the foundry and the mother lode. You guys
I'm
want to
trying
head
to help from
to?
the map where the failsafe is.
That would probably be this one. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So, you want to go to the check out the mother lode first, or to see if there's any people before we hit the switch?
Sure,
Try
I'll
to
send
get
the
to the
Raven
switch.
through. Send the Raven on ahead. Keep an eye out.
Okay. The Raven that starts making, you wanted to head towards the mother lode, you said?
Correct.
Have the
Yeah.
Raven kind of
Yes.
doing that? As the Raven flies over, it does notice that there's an observer over here as well. That's currently near the foundry, but that's not what worries it when it contacts you mentally. Telepathically, it says that there is a rather large, metallic-looking creature standing outside the door over here to the south.
Ooh. That was that guardian that he spoke of, correct? Or something?
There was mention of a shield guardian, yes, that Trixie was able to reanimate without its controller amulet or its controller, and it is now autonomous.
Yeah, I think that guardian with bad news. I don't want to go that way. I like to just try to get away from that thing, and then Gertis, you just need to kick it and knock it over into the lava. But anyway, here we go, and I start walking down the road towards the bar.
Sounds good.
Anybody
Did you
following?
Did you want to cut across through the area here instead of in the path of where the observer's traveling?
Totally. Taking a sharp
Awesome.
left down in the alley. Feeling right at
As you
home.
make your way to the mother lode, hanging above the entrance of this grimy stone building is a painted wooden sign that depicts gemstones pouring from a flagon. Seems like some minor magical effect caused the gemstones to glitter invitingly.
You think they get mad if you order something on the rocks too often?
Ice. What do you think, Reginald? What are we going to do if there's people in here? What do you think, Gertis? Sonora?
Explain why we're here. Let them know we're trying to take care of the situation. If they have information, that'd be sweet. Please stay inside and don't alert the awful things outside.
Yeah.
Don't yell.
Put you down here. Right down here is where the door is right in front of you, Snaps.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and listen to the door. Do I hear any
Go ahead and give me a perception
movement?
check.
Any movement, any sounds, any people, any voices?
You actually do overhear what appears to be someone talking. What do you think, Poots? And you just hear one voice talking as if it's in a conversation, but you don't hear any other voice responding.
Is it in Slipnervan? Is it Deep Gnome language, or is it something else?
It is. It is in Gnomish.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just kind of look back and look at everybody. Look at Sonora. Knock? Should I knock? Should I knock? I'm asking.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'll rightly knock on the door, and I'll say a common Subnervlin Deep Gnome greeting of like, hey, let's have a drink or cheers or something.
Give me one moment.
Do you want to switch places so your face and my face is what they see when they look out the door as opposed to anyone else in the party?
Okay. Yeah.
There does not seem to be any reaction to your knocking on the door or your mention. You do still hear that single voice that seems to be in a conversation. The voice, whoever the person is, seems to be talking to someone named Poots.
Just precautionary, I'm going to knock an arrow in the bow and just kind of let this all shake out whoever it does, but I'm prepped just in case.
Okay.
All right. What are you going to do, Steve? Open the door?
Yeah.
Like a chimera. There we go. Yeah.
All right.
See what's going on in there.
I'm going to poke my head in.
All right. It would be a common tap room. Seating areas. You look down the low bar made of carved basalt, and you see a row of stools. Hanging above the bar are a couple of soot-stained lanterns with what appears obviously to you continual flame spells cast upon them. You see half-drunken flagons of drinks resting on the bar along the tables, most likely abandoned by patrons in their haste to evacuate. And you see sitting at the bar stool at the farthest end of the bar what appears to be a deep gnome female cradling an empty flagon, mumbling and speaking with someone named Poots. As you enter in, she turns and looks to you and says, "What are you doing here? I don't understand. I'm very disturbed by this. What is your purpose?"
I call the snaps. Come on in. They are open. And I come in and I just sit down here in the corner booth and wave snaps in to come sit next to me.
Let me show you a picture of this person. Give me a moment.
I'll sit down and I'll say, "Well, sure, I am thirsty. Ooh, it's been a hard day's work out there."
Garçon.
Can everyone see that?
Oh dear.
Yes. Oh,
And she turns to you and says, "Get out of my bar!" And she moves to attack you.
We walked right into it. There she is. Oh man, it's Tixie.
Everyone, please give me an initiative. Uh-oh, Stinkfoot.
Oh.
Indeed, it might be a target. And as per usual, the first to react is Sonora. Sonora, you hear some shouting inside, and you see Stink and Snaps from where you're standing kind of move in alarm, as if combat is definitely ready to ensue.
I will make my way into the bar.
And yes, you see that gnome from the handout I just showed you, having jumped off the bar stool and preparing to attack in some manner.
All right, I'll take one more step forward and cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Sorry, seem to be having some technical issue here.
No problem. Casting at second level.
Yeah.
Okay. So 15 points of thunder damage, and it is a DC 14 Constitution save. Let's attempt that for Trixie. She will definitely make that con save. And you notice the thunder as it hits her. You see there's some sort of force field, magical force field that materializes briefly as you see that the thunder wave roll around her, and you see that she physically doesn't take the damage from that thunder wave itself, as you see parts of that force field kind of start to buckle a bit here and there. And that would be half of that would be 14 to 7.
That's it for my turn.
All right, Snaps, you are up.
Snaps is a little freaked out by this. He wasn't expecting to see this mechanical gnome, and this is it's a bit of a shock to him. So he instantly kind of like thinks, "What am I gonna do?" And he has his weapons, and he's hiding kind of in the bar stool there. But he remembers he had a little bit of magical training, and he decides maybe I could do it. Maybe I could do my one spell that I can do as a bard, magic initiate, and he tries to cast sleep spell on her.
Okay.
The sneak wasn't applied.
Sneak damage, that's all good.
Sneak, I forgot to take it off.
It has no effect on her.
Okay. And he's like, and he just kind of, I just bonus action hide right there down inside of the bar stool.
Go ahead and give me your stealth check. And Reginald, you are up.
Well, hearing the commotion, I'm going to pop my head in the door. Seeing what's going on, I've already got the bow drawn, so I'm going to loose that initial arrow.
Okay.
For a 20.
That will hit.
For 7.
Again, as you know, Sonora noticed, you see as your arrow strikes, it does hit, but the force field around her ends up taking the brunt of the damage.
I will send a wave of raccoons.
Okay.
For another 5.
All right. The first thing that happens is she lets out a yelp as you see some of the raccoons actually make it through. The force field seems to be down.
Yeah, ankle biters. Get in there. And I will use my bonus action to favored foe.
Okay.
And I will post that here, allowing me to increase the damage by an extra D4.
Crazy robot women.
So, an extra 1.
All right.
Yeah, we're 5th level, yeah? Yeah. The increase is at 6th. Okay. Well, I shoot her again.
All right, fire away.
Yeah.
That will hit.
For 4.
And you do see that it does pierce her flesh, and she does take some more damage. Anything else for Reginald?
Seeing that we're a wee bit crowded in here, I'm going to scoot back out the door to make room for Gertis.
All right. At the beginning of her turn, you notice those inside, The force field comes back up around her, you see, in front of her. And she looks to each one of you and says, "Well, Poots, it looks like the fight's over." And she lowers her arms towards each one of you in the room. This first one will go at Stinkfoot. Missing.
I believe so.
The next one will go at Sonora. Oof. Hitting for 19 lightning damage.
Oof.
And since she missed Stink with the first one, and Snaps is fairly well hidden from her, especially her passive perception, she has the idea that you're over there, but she can't, of course, see you because you're hidden. She will take another shot at Stinkfoot. Missing with a 9. Curtis,
Big
you're up.
numbers on them lightning damage, folks.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to feeling some zaps here. Well, I'm going to rush in.
All right.
Ugh. First bar fight, and I pick up a bar stool, head over, and wail on her with that.
You are a tavern brawler.
I forgot you had that. Fantastic.
Nice. Very nice.
I am still able to just use that as unarmed strike, yeah?
Yeah, because you're proficient.
Okay.
That will hit. And you do notice that the force field, as you take that bar stool and swing it, because this gnome-sized bar stool, it's just perfect for you to swing. And it does strike her force field on the outside.
Hit her again.
Yeah, all right. One more.
That will hit as well. And you see the force field starting to fade in certain spots as the magic magic starts to wane a bit as you strike it with the bar stool. Anything else for our tavern brawler?
Since I used that unarmed attack, I'm going to see if I can try and grapple her as my bonus action.
All right. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Oh, athletics, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. And she is going to resist with her athletics as well. She does fight off your grapple. Anything else for Curtis?
I'm going to stay put.
All right. Stinkfoot, you're up.
All right. I'm not sure what happened with my friend Snaps, but I'm gonna look at her and tell her it's time to go to sleep.
For 28, does not affect her.
Oof.
Luckily, it does not affect Sonora either.
Oh, true.
I was dropping it past, but okay.
I was just like, even wouldn't have gotten Sonora, as she's down to 29 hit points. That was only 28. But yes, it does not affect her.
Darn it. All right, I guess I'm just gonna. I can't hide as a bonus action. I guess I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna put duck under the table, even though they're
All
gnome-sized tables.
Give yourself a little cover. That's fine. You can do that. Top of the round, Sonora, you're up.
All right, I'll go for hitting her with Ice Knife again.
Okay. That will hit. Attempting the dexterity saving throw. She will make her save, so she won't take the cold damage. But you do notice that the knife itself partially pierces through her force field as the force field is down a little bit.
All right. Nothing else to do this round then.
All right, Snaps, back around to you.
He's feeling a little more emboldened, so Snaps pops up and he says, "Ah, you ugly mug over there! You look like your mama's a can opener." And I'll unleash vicious mockery.
All right.
My DC is not correct, I don't guess. However,
No worries. Looks like 11.
yeah.
All right. Attempting for wisdom save of 11. She fails that.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh my goodness. All right. She is not immune to psychic.
2d4.
Good to know.
It did roll 2 for you. It rolled a 2 and a 2 for the 4
2 and
damage.
a 2, 4 damage. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Given a little disadvantage next time. Cool. And with that, I duck back down again. Bonus action, hide from her again.
All right. She has disadvantage on her next attack roll, correct?
Correct.
All right. Let me put that token marker on there for disadvantage. Here we go. All right, Reginald. You actually, Snaps, will have to move in order to hide again successfully from her. Yes, if you want to move back there, you can hide behind one of your companions if you want.
There we go. Yeah.
Make room for Reginald.
So go ahead and give me your check, and then Reginald is up.
Yep. Up. Boom.
And I can move into the same space as Snaps because they're small, right?
No, you can move through their space. It still calls double movement. You can't enter your space in another person's space unless they're tiny. So you can move over here by Sonora if you wanted to. Because it's like 10 feet. It's 15 feet total to move there. Plus, you've got your bunny hops if you need to get out past Snaps as well.
Oh, yeah. Lots of movement things if needed. Well, hi-ho. Have some longbow.
Oh, that will hit.
Nice.
Okay. For 5.
And you do notice that her force field does seem to be down.
Okay. A D4 for favored foe for an extra 2.
All right. Mm-hmm.
And send in the little bitey guys for a 6. Ooh. Get in there, raccoons.
And second attack.
Then we shoot another one.
That will hit 2.
For 9.
Nice. Anything else?
Attacks. I'm holding concentration on that. But I think that's all I got right now. Yep, that'll do it for me.
At the start of her turn, you see her worrying, of course, and her force field does recharge. And she is going to look to all of you and take a bonus action. And she spews out a jet of piping hot steam and a 15-foot cone, catching all of you. Everyone give me a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this.
Dexterity saving throw.
I think, but you used your inspiration, so you got a 20. Snaps was a 15, made it on the number. Reginald made his. Sonora failed hers, and Gerda's made his. So those of you who made the save take 5 fire damage, and
Okay.
unfortunately, Sonora takes 10. Unfortunately, but then
Don't worry.
she does twist something on her wrist and says, "Well, Poots, back to work," and she disappears.
Oh no!
Whip.
As you see a door frame open nearby her, and she steps through as the door frame closes.
A magical door frame appears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great!
We should probably take a look around in here before we leave if she's been hanging out in here.
You certainly can do so if you wish. Take everyone back up, reorientate you up to the map up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would like to use one of those
Potions of
healer's
healing?
kits. Or that, yeah.
The
But I'm
healer's
not
kit-
entirely.
No, go ahead.
I wasn't quite sure what to do on roll 20 for that.
Oh, no worries. Well, healer's kit. What a healer kit does is just allows you. Doesn't unless you have the healer feat. It doesn't really heal any points. It just allows you to instantly stabilize someone who's reached 0 hit points. But yeah, you've got plenty of. I believe you have like 10 potions of healing right now, and only one of them needs to survive for you all to get one.
All right. I'll take one of those. And how do I apply that in roll 20?
You just roll 2d4 plus 2, I believe it is, for a potion of
Mhm.
healing. If you move over to your the left-hand side of your screen, towards the bottom, you should of the commands there. You should see an icon looks like a roll, like a d20. Yep, there you go. Oh, nice. 9 hit points back to Sonora.
All right.
Any looking around? Do you want to take any sort of other healing actions or anything like that? I do believe some of your companions are magical initiates that do have healing available as well.
I think I'm going to save my spells and burn one of the potions I brought.
Okay. So are you giving that to using it yourself, or you're giving another one to Sonora?
If Sonora needs one, I'll give her one. I'm going to take one for myself because I don't have
Okay.
a whole lot to start with. Nice.
For 6 points back.
I only took 5 damage, so I'm okay. You want one? I'll pass one off that I brought.
Sure, that would be great.
Please.
Well, you definitely want to use the ones. I would definitely use the ones that you have at your disposal in the adventure before wasting your part ones you already have. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got, 9 and then 8 after.
Mm-hmm. It'll be down to 7 after the last one there, yeah. So you still have 7 remaining.
It's another
Woohoo,
9
another
to
9
Sonora.
points.
Yep, another 9 to Sonora.
How is Sonora looking after that?
I am up to 38 out of 48 hit points.
That lightning did pack a punch,
Okay.
didn't it?
Those
Sure
a
did.
lot of big numbers on them rolls.
But you do look
Yes.
around, as I mentioned, the tap room itself. You see that some of the mugs and glasses are filled with some sort of mushroom beer. And you also notice that they're back here and towards the back by you, Snaps, around the corner there. There's a cellar area that contains crates of supplies, several kegs of locally brewed mushroom beer called Rubble Club Classic, and several more kegs of an oaky whiskey called Uffenklanger's Finest.
Ooh.
God, I've missed this stuff since we've been on the surface.
Oh, I know. I wish I had a bag of holding with me.
They come back to the bar. All of the booze is gone.
Yeah, I guess who does
Yep,
have a
didn't
bag of
find a
holding
thing
and
back
wants
there.
booze?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What?
Sorry, guess who does have a bag of holding and wants booze?
Ooh.
Hey,
Huzzah!
hey, Gertis, follow me. Step back here. Check this out.
So you do find a few kegs of Rebel Club classic mushroom beer and Offenklanger's finest oaky whiskey.
Yeah, let's take some of this stuff. This is the goods.
Sounds good to me.
Oh yeah, that surface stuff is weak compared to this. This will do you right.
You have my attention.
All right. So before you head back out, you can decide what you want to do when we come back. Let's go ahead and, since it's almost about midstream, let's go ahead and take our break here real quick for a few minutes. Allow our viewers and ourselves to use the restroom, refresh our beverages, grab some snacks if you need to, and we'll be back. Take a small little intermission here, and we'll be back here shortly. So everyone, please stick around.
All right.
right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for taking that short break with us. Thanks for sticking around after the small intermission here. Our characters have just met Tixie, and it seemed that she said, well, time to, the break's over, Poots, it's time to get back to work. And using some sort of magics to use Dimension Door, left the party in the tavern. Where would you like to head to next? After doing a little bit of healing, Gertis gathering up all the booze, putting it in his bag of holding.
I guess we're just going to go over there to where the X marks the spot on the map, so to speak, the workshop. Try to find out if we can find the key.
I hate to say it, but I think we're going to have to deal with that shield guardian.
The shield guardian, right? Oh no.
Yes,
okay.
that's it. You kind of get an image if you want. Briefly, Stink. You can look through the vision of your Raven, and you can see that imposing figure of a guardian standing directly in front of the door to get into the workshop.
I tell the party.
Okay. And the entrance is kind of on this side of the building here.
The south side, southwest side?
Southwest side,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Is that currently the location of the
Guardian?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's not moving. It does not patrol or anything. It just stands right outside the door. Right in
No,
front.
no, no. I'm sorry. The observer.
Oh, the observer. Yes, the observer is making its way up towards the overlook in the center.
All right. I'll tell the party that my faithful Raven says it's time to move, and let them know we're going to the southwestern end of the building. The observer's not here right now, and we're just gonna have to fireball the heck out of that shield guardian and get through it.
Okay.
I mean, what's your opinion on distractions?
I was thinking, would we be able to do a sneak attack or something? I hope I still have Pass Without a Trace going.
Pass Without a Trace, I'm going to save from the time spent in the moving into the area of Turbine Heights, getting through the power station, examining through the infirmary, the aftermath of the battle. That if you wanted to, you could recast. Someone else could recast Pass Without Trace, but that would definitely have been about an hour in that time period.
I could certainly take up the next one if we think it's something we would want.
Yeah, if you are able to make a group stealth check that beats the Shield Guardian's passive perception, I'll definitely have it start the combat surprised for the first round.
Okay. Well, all of you are going to have a raccoon crawl up and backpack on your shoulders. And we are going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Not horrifying at all.
My Raven's getting jealous.
And much like last week, with having the Pass Without Trace, we're really not able to get any random encounters. Because I can only get a random encounter on y'all with a specific roll of a single number. So you're doing excellent. Ooh, 21's the lowest so far. So we got a 27, a 26, 21, 27, and a 35 from the wizard. All right, so what's basically going to happen, I'm going to go ahead and move everyone over to the battle map, the generic battle map that we used last week, if you recall, for the halfway aisle. And you will be able to see the Shield Guardian, but it is going to have the surprise condition to start the battle. So the Shield Guardian's here. Basically, the road is over here, and it's standing right directly in front of the door. There we go. So let's go ahead and take this initiative order down. It is going to have a surprise condition on the first round of combat. So everyone give me an initiative, please. Oh my goodness. Huzzah. It is going last, regardless. And this time, Reginald was able to beat Sonora in initiative order. You do have advantage. No, go ahead.
I was not prepared to go first. Well, okay. Hi ho. Oh. I have 3 uses of that now. Cool. I mean, I'm just gonna do the usual. I'm gonna kind of take a couple steps to the side of the party just in case.
I will let everyone know that, of course, what the surprise action is. I'm sorry, the surprise condition. Technically, it's not like one of the conditions, but basically, if you're surprised in combat, you can't move or take actions on your first turn of the combat. You can't take reactions until that turn ends. Perhaps maybe some of our viewers to inform them to help them out. And because I can give players advantage or disadvantage on whenever, we're going to go ahead and give the players advantage on their first attack this round.
Okay, so for the surprise round, I can't move. I can just throw a swing in there.
No, it can't.
Oh, okay.
You can move. You can do everything as normal. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a couple steps to the side here and shoot it with the longbow.
Fire away. You have advantage on your first shot. A 20 will hit.
20 will do it. So 6. For giggles, I will mark it with favored foe, because I get 3 of those a day now. So that gives it an extra D4. And
okay.
Go Raccoon Squad for 2.
Total of 9.
Yep.
All right, and your second attack?
And second attack, 14 to hit.
14 will miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that'll do it for me.
All right, Sonora, you're up.
I would like to move forward and cast Spike Growth.
Okay. Before you move forward, though, go ahead and put your token back. You can pull a Spike Growth template out of the spells and templates. It is a very large template, so you definitely don't want to move forward. Nice. And you can move that around where you would like to place it.
Let's go with that.
Okay. We'll put that to the back. And now go ahead and pop Spike Growth up for me. I believe when they move, call some double movement, as the area is difficult terrain, and they take, I think it's 2d4 for every square they move inside.
That's fun.
Yep, 20-foot radius centered on it, and you did center it. The center would be against the wall there, which is fine, as it will not pass beyond, obviously, the center there. That's a great place to put it. When the creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. All right, and it gets no save, so that is up. Spike Growth is up. Anything else? Now you can move if you want to move, Sonora.
Actually, I'll just stay here.
All right, Snaps. Oh, go ahead.
Will he take it immediately, because it's when a creature moves into, or never mind.
No problem. That's a good question to ask, especially to help our viewers. When something appears for the first time, like if it says it enters its space, keep in mind that spells that have those types of things enter the creature's space. The creature doesn't enter the spell space until they actually move into it. But it's only when he moves. Yes, when he moves into it or moves out of it or moves around it, he'll definitely be taking damage.
Okay.
So Snaps, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and choose my short bow. Fire an arrow at him.
All right. You have advantage from your first attack, of course. which means you will add your sneak attack to the damage.
Right. Fire away.
Something to note also for our viewers, if you are a subscriber, we did add some emotes as well for subscribers. We haven't had a chance to add emotes for followers. We're slowly getting to that milestone to be able to add some emotes for followers as well here very soon. A 21 will indeed strike and hit the creature for 12 points.
Okay. Then bonus action, I'll just kind of look around and try to find a place to hide here.
Yeah, this is kind of open, but yeah, there's a couple buildings around here. If you want to, you definitely have to move at least from your location. I'll let you use your bonus action to hide. Yeah.
Okay. Is that far enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. In turn.
All right. Next up is Gertis.
All right. Been going over the options, and with these spikes, I'm not quite sure the best option for me. I'm going to rush up here.
Do you happen to have a reach weapon on you?
Not really, no.
You don't have like a pike or a glaive or anything like that, halberd?
No, sir.
Gotcha.
Can you snap off a really long spike for an improvised weapon?
You can throw snaps at him.
Or you can move right up like one square into it and take the 2d4.
That is something I've been considering.
Another option, of course, is you could ready an action to where if it does move within your melee range, you can use your reaction to take an attack.
That'll be my next turn, actually. I'm going to take the 2d4.
Okay. So if you would, Sonora, go ahead and roll the 2d4 for us.
All right.
Oh!
I'm sorry!
8 points of damage! I probably shouldn't have done that because I'm looking back, Sonora, when she rolled the die 4s for healing, were always very high. Oops.
Oh. Ouch.
Well,
But Gertis, you're within range. You can unleash your attacks. 15 will miss.
all right. Well, one more.
Definitely filled with some armor. 20 will hit. For 10 bludgeoning. Nice.
All right, and that is it for me.
Show you the handout of what the creature looks like.
Ooh. Looks
Stink,
tall.
you are up.
All right, so the time for mercy has passed. We're going to move up. We're going to tell our friend about this cool ring that we're wearing. And since we have advantage, we're going to make 2... Oh, all my things are on top of it. 2 d20s. We're going to add 7. And he's going to laugh at me. 14 hit.
14 will miss, unfortunately.
All right.
Using the Ring of the Ram.
Rats.
How many
Is that just one
charges
charge?
did you throw in there?
I'm not going to lie. I was blasting all 3 charges because I had advantage. I thought for sure we were going to do some serious damage. So
Fair enough, fair enough. Good
no
call,
ring
good
till
call.
next time.
I will tell you what, though,
Oh,
since you're
well,
being honest, obviously, go ahead and take your inspiration back since you used it earlier on your saving throw.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right, the Guardian is up. Again, it's surprised at the end of its turn. It can now take reactions. It is the start of the round. Reginald, you are up for round 2.
Well, hey. I didn't expect Gertis to walk in there. I'm
This
gonna
coming
move.
from the person that that loves chaos.
Yes.
Surprise!
Indeed. What role would it be to whip an alchemist's fire at this?
It would be a ranged attack.
Using
yeah.
strength or dex?
You would use. I believe you could use dex, but if it's a thrown weapon, you could use. I would let you use your dex. Yeah, not a problem. Because it does explain how to use the alchemist's fire in the description of alchemist's fire. You can throw it up to 20 feet. Make a ranged attack against a creature or object. Treating the alchemist's fire as an improvised weapon, so you don't have your proficiency bonus to it. So if you want to throw the alchemist's fire, you would just make a ranged attack roll and then add your dexterity to the roll.
So just a d20 plus dex?
Yep.
Sure. Are you going to roll? 14 plus 3 for 17.
Hits it on the numbers.
Whoo!
And to give me, on a hit, the target takes a d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. All right, so we'll take fire damage starting on its turn. Let me go ahead and put a token marker on there showing that it's going to be taking fire damage. There we go.
And do you want me to roll that now or on its turn?
We'll wait until its turn, yeah.
Okay. And that
4
was
on there.
me moving 5, 10, 15. That's pretty much my movement. I'm going to take one step back.
Okay.
And then I can still take a shot at it, yeah?
Sure, yeah, that would be just one of your attacks. Since you have
Okay.
an extra attack. A 27 will hit. Almost a crit.
So close to a crit.
So close.
So
6 piercing
6
there.
plus the d4
All right.
plus the d6.
Nice.
That's
away at
all I got. It's on fire. There you go.
All right, Sonora, you're up.
Fire.
All right, I will actually step forward now.
All right.
And I will use Thunderwave.
All right. You are positioned to where the Thunderwave will only hit the Shield Guardian and not your companion.
Yeah, did you want me to pull up the little overlay for that?
No, you don't have to. That's fine. It'll just take those 9 squares basically directly in front of you, with the center one being right there. So it'll come all the way up to these squares as well.
Okay. And I'm doing level 3.
Okay. Oof. DC is 14 con save, attempting the creature's Constitution saving throw. He will fail, taking 26 points of damage. Unfortunately, he's already against the wall, but go ahead and give me a die 6, because he would be pushed back how many feet? Let's see, he'd be pushed back 10 feet. Actually, give me 2 die 6, him slamming into the wall, bludgeoning. 5 extra damage. And go ahead and give me 2d4.
Sure.
We're going to have him jostled. It means moving, jostling around a little bit there. So we'll take some damage from the spikes. All right. Anything else for Sonoro?
Nope.
All right, Snaps, you are up.
Okay, Snaps pops up out of his little hiding spot, just kind of peeks around, and aims his little short bow, and he takes a steady aim.
You don't have to do that, as you are hidden already, so you will have advantage already.
I don't use a steady aim because I already have advantage. All right, good point. Thank you. All right, so I will aim or point at the target and fire my short bow.
Fire away. A 19 will hit.
All right.
Ooh, nice. Oof. Anything else for snaps?
Well, I didn't use my bonus action for that, so yeah, I'll just bonus action hide again.
All right. Again, don't forget you have to move.
I'll move
And
over to
Curtis
the other
is
spot
up.
and stealth it up.
Nice. So Gertis is up.
All right. I am actually going to start with a bonus action and do my second wind.
Okay, excellent. +5.
Yeah, so
14
14.
hit points back. Nice. Takes you back to full.
All right. And I'm going to start wailing on it.
All right, swing away. 13 will
Curtis.
unfortunately not make it through its armor,
Ooh.
but an 18 will. For 8 bludgeoning. Anything else for Gertis?
I'm going to actually move out of the spikes here
Okay.
and see if I can, although I assume it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity, that means it will have to move to follow me.
That is true. It will take one swing at you. Hitting armor class of 10 will miss. And you're able to successfully step out of the area of the spike growth. And that will bring us around to Stink. Stinkfoot, you are up.
Yeah, he's pretty sad. We're just going to kick out a firebolt.
All right.
And miss. Okay.
Yes, a 12 will miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm going to move. I feel like I'm standing in a bad spot.
Okay. All right, the creature is up. It is going to move 5'10" for
Ooh.
2d4.
And I got to give you a D4 too.
And then I need 2d4 from Sonora as it moves twice. I'm sorry,
Wouldn't
4d4.
it be-
Yeah, 4d4.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, so it takes 5 damage from moving and 3 damage from the fire for a total of 8. It is going to use its multi-attack. You also notice at the start of its turn, it does heal back hit points.
Oh.
As it does seem to be regenerating.
A good chunk of hit points too.
No.
And then it is going to take a swing at Gertis and a swing at Sonora. The one at Gertis first. An AC of 9 will miss. And the one at Sonora. An AC of 12 will miss. That brings us to the top of round 3. Reginald, back around to you.
We're going to try something interesting here.
All right.
I'm going to scooch over her. And I'm going to shoot it with the longbow.
Okay.
Oh, Reginald.
With a 20
That will hit.
for 4 plus the D4. So 8 total.
All right.
And I'm going to use the raccoons to try and shove it back into the spikes.
Nice.
Good move.
So that is a
Yes.
DC 15 strength save.
Strength check or strength saving throw?
Saving throw.
All right. It failed by 1. You
It
shove it back
moves
5
15 feet.
Oh, all the way back there. So give me 4d4 again, Sonora. Nice.
We're going to be good friends, Sonora. This is fun. And I'm going to shoot it again.
First, Reginald, give me another die 6, since you can move it 15 and it slams into the wall.
Die 6 for 3.
Nice. All right, and then fire away.
And then another shot. 19
19 will hit.
for 10.
Cool. Any more movement for Reginald?
I'm okay. I'm happy with that one.
All right, Sonora, you're up.
Right.
Nice little thorn whip would be awesome right here.
Oh, indeed.
That it would. But I'm gonna do Thunderwave again.
Okay.
Against the wall.
Just keep bouncing them around in these brambles.
Attempting his con save. He will make the save, but he will still take, let's see, that's 22, 11 points of damage. And the jostling around. He does not move, so minus 11. Still barely standing.
Oh.
Anything else?
That's all for me.
All
Get
right,
him, Snaps.
Here we go. My lucky arrow. I fire a bow with my lucky arrow.
That will hit. Felling the creature to the ground.
Yes.
Taking you out of combat.
Yeah, we got him. We did it. We got him.
Take everyone back over here.
All right.
And you find yourselves, let me reposition everyone down here on the outskirts of the workshop. The workshop is going to be to the north of where your tokens are. We will go ahead and put Snap right there in front.
So are we gonna
Right
have
there
to
in the
walk
middle.
all over those spikes that I just put there?
No, you can easily drop them down.
All right.
Yeah, you can just, as no action whatsoever, you can just dismiss them. So the door to the workshop is right in front of you to the north, Snaps. Right down here.
Wouldn't that have been something? We beat it. Now how do we get in?
Okay.
The windowless two-story structure has a single door tucked near a corner on the ground floor. Of course, standing in front of the creature of the door was this huge bipedal construct, which you were able to destroy. But now the door is there, closed in front of you.
Oh, the door right in front of me?
Yep, to the north.
Okay.
Should be able
yes.
to see that on your map there. Yep.
Okay. I'll go up and listen at the door once again.
Give me a perception check.
Hear what's inside. Perhaps.
You hear clanging going on. The clanging of metal on metal.
Clanging of metal on metal. I'll tell Sonora and Reginald right nearby. I whisper that clanging metal. And I will attempt to open the door
Okay.
and look inside.
You see what appears to be a hallway that leads to the north. You also notice that there seems to be an iron ladder mounted on the wall all the way to the north.
Okay. Before I step in, do I see anything unusual? I'm looking for traps or anything out of the way, out of the ordinary inside of the hallway here before.
You can give me an investigation check if you wish.
Yes, I would like to. This is her workshop, we think, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You do not see anything, but you do, as I mentioned earlier, hear the banging of metal upon metal.
Okay. Well, are we pass without trace stealthing up, or should I? I'll go ahead and try to sneak.
I no longer have that active due to me using favored foe during that fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to try to sneak in here very quietly, even though it's loud. I guess metal, but still yet.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Okay, 12.
Do you have boots of elven kind or a cloak of elven kind or anything like that?
No, I don't have a cloak. I just
Okay.
have. Yeah, I have the boots of springing,
Okay, boots of striding and springing. Gotcha.
riding and springing.
Okay, so that is your 12 is your stealth. Let me double check what is in here, and we'll see their passive perception.
Yeah, the only thing I have is a cloak of displacement.
Oh, that's right, cloak of displacement. Don't forget to remind me of that if anything attacks you, because they have disadvantage on attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep that on the mind there.
Oh, that's right, because the other one wasn't an attack; it was just the cone of steam that came out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you think you're pretty quiet.
Okay, I'll go ahead and sneak in as far as I need to, so I can see around the corner, and then I stop right there.
Okay.
And I'll wait for if anybody else wants to come in.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'll sneak in behind.
All right. And I think I'm sneaking. And I'll go around the corner.
If I saw him go in trying to be quiet, I would also follow suit.
Sure, that's
Same.
fine. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
So I'm
Reginald's
to
just
sneak.
as quiet. Reginald's just as quiet as Snaps. Curtis, unfortunately, is not. So
And you said
Nora is very
straight
quiet.
Oh yeah.
And as you come around that corner, let me go ahead and give you the room description here.
Okay.
You happen to see that the room, the ground floor here, is one big work area containing a smelter, drums filled with clockwork parts, and dizzying array of tools. Mounted on the walls, an iron ladder, of course, that you see, leads to a trapdoor in the ceiling. Inscribed on the floor is a complex geometrical design that pulses with light. In the middle of this design, embedded in the floor, is a 1-foot square metal box with a keyhole in the top of it. You see 2 creatures working in the room. They do not seem to have noticed you, but they did turn at the noise of Gertis entering into the hallway. And as they turn, they do happen to notice you. And here are what these creatures look like.
Okay.
Perhaps maybe just one moment. There we go. And they do indeed move immediately to attack any intruders that enter in. Please roll initiative.
Oh boy. Right.
I think I have the boots of banging and clashing.
So, Stink, you're the first to react as you see Snaps go, oh no.
I'm not
the geometrical, circle, as you recall, was mentioned by the mayor. She had mentioned something that it messes with the mind of people who enter it.
Gotcha. I'll throw them a fireball.
All right, go ahead and pull out a fireball.
Gonna fill the whole room and then some.
Oh yes. Oh boy. Look out.
Glad we're in this hallway.
That's why I was happy to go first for once. It always lets me drag it out, and then doesn't let me move it.
No worries, I can move it for you.
Okay, let's not do a whole party barbecue. Yeah. Maybe even one more away from the group. That was room for, yeah, that was room for other people to come in. That's what I would have done.
All right. DC is 15. We'll start with Pinion on the top first. Then you can see the health bars, correct?
Yeah, they're clanky suits of armor. Come on, no dexterity there.
All right, so we'll do the one on the top first. dexterity saving throw. It will make its save, taking 14 points of damage. And the one to the south, attempting its dexterity saving throw, will fail, taking 29 points of fire damage. Anything else for Stink?
But
Reginald, you're up.
How high are the ceilings in this room, in this foundry?
The ceilings in here are about, I believe, the buildings themselves, about 12 foot high. Well, about 10 foot high inside, yes.
Well, for giggles, I'm just going to kind of hop and put my feet on the wall and go up the wall and into the room on the ceiling.
Okay.
Because I'm now realizing I have my slippers with me for this adventure. So I will come into the room up on the ceiling and kind of make my way over here by whatever this machinery is.
All right.
I don't know if there's a symbol
get rid
I
of the
can
fireball.
put on myself for sealing.
Just put one of the blue dots on you to represent you being in the air. There you go.
Sure. And I guess we'll take a shot at this guy.
Okay. That will hit.
For 9.
Dropping him down to the ground. Out.
Okie dokie. And then I guess we'll give one to the other for 13 to hit.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Okay. That's all I got.
All
Chilling
right,
out on the
Curtis.
ceiling.
You're up.
All right, well, no way to go forward. All right, and let's see.
Yes, Zarda, that is generally what Stink does. He doesn't ask the dimensions of the room, he just casts Fireball.
Getting my way in here. I'm going to go ahead and step to about here.
Okay.
And I am going to hold my attack for anything that comes closer to me.
All right. Sonora, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna come into the room. And I'll approach and attack with my sickle.
Okay. All right, so do me a favor. Before, put yourself right in front of Gertis. All right, first, as you step in front of Gertis onto the symbol on the ground, I need for you to please give me a wisdom saving throw. Your
right.
DC is 15. You feel like something tries to affect your mind, and Stinkfoot, from where you're standing, you see starting to form above her head as a crown of some sort, but then with her wisdom, it dissipates. You can act normally. Go ahead.
All right. I'll avoid the rest of that symbol.
Excellent. And a 7 will miss the creature.
Can I... does inspiration give you a reroll? Is that what it is?
No, inspiration actually used before you make a roll 20 roll. You use it beforehand, and that would give you advantage.
Gotcha.
Anything else for Sonora?
No, that's it.
All right. Snaps, you're up.
Okay. Looking straight across there with this contraption in the way, can I see the target? Line of sight.
Oh, this is not this is geometrical on the ground.
Oh, it's nothing sticking up. Okay.
Yes,
All right,
it's on
cool.
the ground.
All right, yeah. In that case, well, I'll just crouch and then bonus action, steady aim
Okay.
this time, since I'm not hidden, and I will
Attack with
fire
advantage.
away. Yes.
A 13 will miss.
Okay. Well, just sort of look at my bow and get ready to try again.
All right. Pinion is up. Pinion is going to try to use its multi-attack on Sonora, since Sonora is the closest to them. AC of 21 for 4 bludgeoning. And an AC of 15 will miss, as Sonora's AC is 16. Sink, you're up.
Sounds good.
Throw out the bow and grab a new one, Zarda says.
Yes. Need
For
a new
those that
bow.
might have gotten in late, we did announce earlier that we do have some channel points now for you to some things to redeem from your gold pieces from watching the streams. You want to check those out below. We do have a couple of people watching the chat, just in case anyone wants to redeem anything to give anyone an extra thing, or the bad guys some detrimental things. Or, of course, you just want to throw out some chaos and have a wild surge for the next spell that's cast.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I'm glad I got my Toll the Dead in before you announced that. The creature hears the bells ringing and has to make a DC 15.
All right.
Wisdom.
Attempting its wisdom save. It fails.
Yes.
2d4 or 2d12, I'm sorry.
2d12. Everything is in the way of the dice template. 2d12.
Oh!
That's a gnarly one.
Exactly enough to finish it off. Taking you out of combat. Look at Stink rebounding in that combat there, doing some good damage. Nice.
All right.
All right, so the creatures are now down, and looking about, you see, of course, the geometric design. Sonora, if you want to give me a Arcana check, or Stink, if you want to give me our Arcana check, anyone that's actually skilled with Arcana, besides Sonora and Stink, feel free to do so as well.
I was going to call out, stay off the design on the ground.
Yes, Sonora and Stinkfoot, you could tell that the spell that went off on Sonora when she entered into the geometric design there was a Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness.
Madness.
And you are an abjurer, yes, Stink?
Yes.
Yes, so you definitely know that it does sort of have some sort of abjuration magics around the area, as well as enchantment.
All right, I tell everyone to be careful while we're investigating the room. Stay off of the pretty design on the floor.
I'm taking that to the nth degree and walking around on the ceiling, looking about the room to see if anything stands out.
Looking about, as I mentioned, there's just lots of different spare parts and things like that to make some of those automatons. And those seemed that those armor, rack, and pinion were the ones that perform most of the hands-on work for Tixie.
And you said there was a box in the middle?
In the middle of the geometric shape, there is a what appears to be a in the middle of the design, embedded in the floor, is a 1-foot square metal box with a keyhole on in the top of it.
Okay.
Snaps, you bring that key?
I've got several
Reginald,
keys.
I was going to say, Reginald, if you want to give me a investigation check as you're kind of walking around on the ceiling, feel free to do so. Or perception, your choice.
I'll do perception.
Okay. Yeah, you do notice that there's a few pieces near where Pinion was working, and a few pieces where uh, the other one was working, Rack and Pinion. You do notice that there's probably be able to get enough tools to assemble a set of Smith's tools, and probably a set of Tinkerer's tools as well. No, unfortunately, I cannot reach the box from the ceiling, as it is embedded in the floor.
I will
I can
point
maybe
that.
lower themselves down, Mission Impossible style.
Just use like a row of raccoons to like try and drop the key into the box.
Like the little monkeys.
I do have my boots too. Yeah, I've got my boots too. I could go up there, my slippers, I should say.
Oh.
I go up there beside you, and you could lower me down, or I could lower you down.
I will point out to the party on the ground the tools. We could probably put some sets together out of those.
Yes.
You said tinkers and smithing?
Yeah, tinker tools and a set of tinker tools and tinker's tools and smithing tools. Yeah. And also, of course, Stink and Snaps. There is that ladder, the iron ladder, leads up to a trap door in the ceiling.
Do you want me to walk over and poke my head in?
Yes.
Do it. Do it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take those tinkerer's tools.
Sure. I was only take the smith tools.
Smithing tools useful to anybody? You can probably sell them, at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe use them as tongs if we need to actually reach that box with the keyhole.
Yeah, there you go. You want to go ahead and give them to Gertis?
Sure. You can have some smithing tools there.
All right.
Is the trapdoor locked?
The trap door is not locked.
I don't really know what I'm looking for, but is it trapped?
Give me an investigation check.
This isn't my job, but I'm going to try anyway. 11.
Doesn't appear to have any traps on it.
I'm going to swing it open and see what happens.
All right, swing open the trap door. As it opens and creaks opens, you see a figure turn towards you and says, "Pooch and I aren't ready for you yet. We haven't healed up." And she instantly opens up another one of those doors and steps through that dimension door and disappears again.
Oh my!
What was that?
Well, Trixie was here, and now she's not. But there seems to be a room up here.
Yes. You notice that the workshop's upper floor consists of a sparse room furnished with simple cot and work tables covered in schematics. An iron safe 5 feet on a side stands against one wall, its thick metal door fitted with a combination lock and handle.
Oh. I'm going to stick my head back down and wave everybody up.
Okay. I'll just bring everyone over to the map here, just above.
Do you want me to cast Bludgeon on it?
I would like to cast Crack Safe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I've got some tinker's tools, and I've got some thieves' tools.
It's worth a shot.
So I'll check the traps. Check 4 traps on the chest, the box.
On the safe? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Checking for traps first. Checking for traps. Investigation.
You do not see any traps. However, it is definitely a combination lock and handle on the safe itself. You
Ooh,
might
okay.
be able to get through with your thieves' tools. However, it'll take a bit of time, and it's might be a little difficult.
Combination lock. Okay.
I can offer you a bit of help if needed.
All right. It's going to take a little time, possibly, with these thieves' tools. Is there anything around that may give us an idea of what the combination would be? Maybe look around the room.
You can do so if you want.
Yeah, look over here on the desk, that workbench. Any papers, anything, symbols, numbers wise?
Looking about, you don't find anything that has any sort of numbers. Checking the table, the desks under the bed, nothing seems to contain any sort of indication of what the combination is.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to send a raccoon over to Snaps there. You can have a 1.
An extra 1 on your check for your thieves' tools.
It may
All
help.
right. I'll do it. Here we
Who's your-
go.
Unfortunately, after about a minute, even with the one from the taking it up to 16, you're not able to unlock the safe with your thieves' tools. But Sonora, give me an insight check.
All right.
You do realize that it is a combination lock. So perhaps someone could listen at the door to try to delicately find out the combination as the tumblers click inside.
Reginald, you have big ears. Do you think you could listen to the safe?
I can certainly try.
So if you want to, Reginald, you can step up there and, listening, moving the combination around a bit. You can start to hear the tumblers and such like that. So it'll take you about a minute, but if you want, go ahead and give me a wisdom perception check, listening at the door of the safe.
I'm going to give myself a pat, pick up a raccoon and just pat myself with it. And a 3 for a total of 21.
And it takes about a minute, and you see, Reginald's ears twitching back and forth as he's listening to the door of the safe. And after about a minute or so, you finally hear a final click, and you can pull on the handle, and the safe will open up.
Nice.
And give me an Arcana check, Stink. You do happen to see bits, just a little bit of magic kind of go out of existence as the doors opened.
I tell the party.
Perhaps some sort of silent alarm spell.
Nice.
Looking inside, you do see that the safe contains an onyx-studded jewelry box.
Well, that's cool.
What is it, Reginald? What is it?
An onyx-studded jewelry box sitting inside the safe.
I thought you opened the door. I was just listening as you were doing the combination.
Oh.
But
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's an onyx-studded jewelry box, and
It definitely seems to be worth some coin, that's for sure.
I'll pick it up and I'll set it on the table gently.
Okay. It does not appear to be locked at all.
Okay.
I'll open it up.
Okay, Sonora, as you open it up, of course, Snaps probably jumps back instinctively, but nothing happens as you open the box. And inside, you see that there's a zircon ring, seems to be fairly valuable, 3 rather large amethysts and what appears to be a security key about 8 inches long, made of brass and decorated with clockwork designs. Very similar to the key, if you recall, that you received from the
vault?
from the Golden Vault
Oh,
at the beginning of the adventure.
yes. Okay. All right. Well,
Now we have to
I'll,
get to a box.
yeah.
Technically, I have Dispel Magic, and I'd like to try it, but I'm out of 3rd level spell slots.
Oh,
I have a mage hand.
You do have a mage hand, don't you?
I do. Well, I have a raccoon that will take the key somewhere.
Kind of float through the air as a mage hand spell.
If you'd like, I can give it a try.
Seems like a good a plan as
for it.
any.
I'm going to take the key and hand it to a raccoon, give him a pat on the head, and point over to the box.
All right.
And-
So, flavored as a raccoon, it's still actually a
Yeah.
mage hand spell, yes. So, you can easily float the key over to the box, and as you put the key into the fail-safe box, the fail-safe device, which direction do you turn it? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Party?
Oh, left. Everything in the control room was left off right on.
Yeah, that.
If that's the logic that went into the control room, who am I to go against it?
Everyone take back your inspiration.
Ooh!
As
'Cause
you
we
turn
listened.
the key to the left, counterclockwise, you hear large whirring sounds all outside of the building as you have successfully deactivated the clockwork defenders and clockwork observers in
Oh,
Little
yes.
Lockford.
I
we
telepathically communicate that to the Skeg the Raven.
And he does. Then your Raven does confirm that he's seeing the observers and stuff all falling to the ground. But he hears some wailing coming from the overlook towards the center of town. He says, mentally, of course, to you, because he's a Raven.
What is it, Stink? What do you hear? What does he
It's
hear?
time to go
What's going
check
on?
out that middle part of the overlook. Skeg
yeah?
says there's wailing coming from the middle of the area here.
Yep.
We'll
Up in that
have to go lower that bridge then. I think all of those were up, weren't they?
Oh, this one is actually down.
Oh,
Down.
okay.
And I remind them that the alarm spell did go off when we opened the
Oh.
vault.
Well, let's get out of there and head towards the sound of the wailing.
Post haste.
I'll grab the jewelry box before we go.
Good idea.
you go.
Grab the
All
jewelry
right.
box. Grab the jewelry box. Grab the yeah.
That is important.
All right, so you're able to make your way up to the overlook. You see a large, rough-hewn cavern at the heart of the overlook. Floor that rises towards the middle. You see scores of lizards, a few of them big enough to ride as mounts, sleep and around in this area on the outside.
Would you look at the size of that lizard?
Definitely large enough to be ridden by gnomes. Maybe even, perhaps maybe smaller, medium-sized creatures might be able to use them as mounts.
That's pretty cool.
You think we can tame him with whiskey?
Well,
Or at least render it not a problem.
The druid, you definitely feel that you could probably corral them with some animal handling, or even any of your nature-based spells that might help speak with animals or anything of that nature. Could probably make them to where they won't be any sort of deterrent to you.
I'll stick with just trying animal handling, giving that a go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You're able to get over to one of the animals, and if you want now, you can use a giant lizard as your mount.
Sure, why not?
Hey.
Ooh, boy.
Does anyone else attempt to prevent one of the giant lizards from running off?
I can speak to one and try and be friends.
I'll give you advantage if you want to use a spell slot. I'll give you advantage on your animal handling check.
I'm not very good at animal handling, but we're going to give it a go because.
I mean, if you want to have the druid make the checks for you, you can have
Yeah, if you like.
some more do that.
No, I already clicked it, so I'm casting it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll just go ahead and let that, since you use the spell, you go ahead and automatically pass the check. So you too can take a giant lizard as a mount.
All right. Well, Snaps is going to try his hand at it. He's not magical.
Can we assist the rest of the party between being awesome druid and talking to them?
The druid can definitely assist everyone that wants to make an animal handling check, giving them advantage on their check.
Go for it.
If you want to use guidance as well from your companion ranger, you can gain that as well. So everyone roll the extra die 4. Good. 14, 13, 19. Yep. So every one of you can take one of the giant lizards as your mount.
All right. Riding a lizard.
Fantastic.
All right. Now we have a proper posse here. Let's ride.
And entering into the domed building. Beneath a 15-foot high crystal dome is a chamber containing a 10-foot square 3-dimensional projection of Little Rock. Rising from the floor near the projection is a metal console with numerous switches on it, and standing beside that console, you see Tixie Tockworth. Let me move everyone's characters over to this area here, and it is time, of course, for the final showdown. You should be down here. And she looks to you and says, "Well, Poots, it doesn't seem we can escape from this." And she turns and raises her arms to get ready to spray steam on you. Everyone, please give me initiative.
Well. Pretty solid grouping.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Not with Stink going last again.
No, he says.
Your cleanup.
Well,
You
that fireball might
you
not
finish
be
them
the
off.
best thing right now.
I have one more fireball if everyone wants to stay back.
Does seem to have gotten a little bit of healing since your
Yeah,
last
what's that
encounter.
about?
As she said, she wasn't totally ready when Reginald came into the room above. Still doesn't seem to be fully healed, but Snaps, you're the first to act.
Well, before she does too much, I remember that talking to her seemed to be effective somewhat. So I just I tell her that not only does she look like a can opener, but she looks like that she could mow lawns for a living. And I
Thank you for the
will
follow.
cast Vicious Mockery.
All
And
right.
that sneak is not the correct. I keep forgetting that's on there.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Yep.
Your DC is 11, correct?
Yes.
All right. Attempting her wisdom saving throw. Ooh, she fails.
All right.
We'll take those.
For psychic. All right. Anything else? And that does give her disadvantage on her next attack.
Yeah. Is there anywhere to hide in here? Looking around. What is this here? Could I?
Actually, my apologies. She actually is standing over here by the console. That's the projection of the thing. My apologies.
Okay. All right.
So
is
yeah, you
this
can move
taller?
around. Yes, definitely.
Okay. I will do that. Bonus action hide.
All right. Give me a stealth check. And Gertis, you're up.
Well, I am going to cast Smash.
Oh, my apologies. That does affect her, but you notice that it takes the damage away from her shield. All right, and Smash with a 16 will miss.
All right, one more then.
A 10 will miss as well. Anything else, Gertis?
No, I'm going to stay put.
All right, it's her turn. On her turn, she is going to cast a spell.
Ooh.
Does anyone want to do anything before she casts the spell? Or does our wizard not have counterspell?
I think that's in a couple more levels.
All right. She's going to cast Blur on herself.
Okay.
So that's going to give you disadvantage on attack rolls to her. But if you have blind sight, see-through illusions like true sight or something like that, you should be okay. And then as her bonus action, everyone but Snaps, and Snaps is out of range. She did recharge her Scalding Steam, so everyone except for Snaps, give me a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw. And the damage is going to be 10 again, as normal.
So 5.
So 5 if you saved, 10 if you failed. Fire damage. And that brings us to Sonora. Of course, you do recognize that her force field did, of course, repower itself at the start of her turn.
All right. I'll cast Ice Knife.
Okay. A 15 will miss. But I believe if it misses, so I need for you as well, Gertis, to make this dexterity saving throw. DC is 14. All right. And both of you made your save, so neither of you will take any cold damage from the spell. Any movement for Sonora?
No, I'm staying put.
Reginald, you're up.
Okay. Well, I did not like the whole steam situation. Is this a stairway down here in the bottom?
It doesn't. Well, let me see here. No, it's just things that hold up the
Just
dome.
pillars. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to head up the wall away from the party here a little bit, so we're not all together. So I'm going to just put myself on the wall, so I went up.
And keep in mind it's 15 foot up as well.
Yep. And we are going to try fairy fire to see if I can't make my party's life a little easier.
Very nice.
And then
And I'm assuming like centering it over here so that way it won't affect Curtis.
Yep.
All right, and your dexterity saving throw is DC what?
Should be DC 14.
She will fail. So she is fairy fired, but she is also blurred. So your fairy fire is going to offset her blur. So everyone will attack her at normal now instead of disadvantage. Anything else for Reginald?
I think that's really all I got right now.
All right, Stink, you're up.
All right. Is there anything in the room I can catapult? Is there any bits or bots on the ground?
Sure, yeah.
We're going to go with that then. DC 15 dex save. She just made one, so she should miss this one. Oh, just missed one. Well, we'll see.
She fails, taking
Right.
35 points.
Yeah, I upcasted it. I can't
35.
fireball in this little room.
Whew.
Bam! That goes right through her regenerated shield and does some major damage to her.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Zarda does request Stink that you throw your dice out and get some new ones.
No. A little bit of movement just to get the cone less likely to hit.
I'm just saying they did highlight their message, so it looked like they might have redeemed some gold coins for that. So
Nice.
Oh.
that does bring us around back to Snaps.
Okay. I will
Toss your dice at her.
fire away with the arrow of the short bow. At advantage. Of course.
Yep.
So
Unfortunately, that will miss.
15 misses.
Well, you can't really have double advantage or double disadvantage.
Right.
So you technically don't have advantage against her because of the blur, and the other one offsets it, so you can't have advantage, like double advantage going over one disadvantage doesn't work.
Mhm.
So all your attacks will be at will be straight rolls, regardless of whether you're hidden or not from now on, until either the fair fire is gone or the blur is gone.
Gotcha.
But at least it gives everyone a straight roll.
Exactly.
All right.
So you miss with that attack. Any movement snaps? You can do something else
yes.
for your bonus action now then instead of hiding.
Yeah, I think I'll
Fast hands the healing potion to Sonora.
that's exactly what I was going to do a while ago. That's multiple things. There she goes. Drink up here.
All right.
I run over and I hand Sonora and potion really quick and stick it up to her face here. Have a drink.
Go ahead and roll me 2d4 plus 2, if you would, please, Snaps.
Okay. There's 2 die 4 plus 2.
Six,
I'll just do it that way.
6 hit points back.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Gertis, you're up.
I'm going to stick with the mall for now.
Right.
Smash.
There
A
it
21
is.
will indeed smash her. Nice.
And on the backswing.
Oops. Oh, hold on one second.
Negative health.
13 will miss. Yeah, I hit the wrong button there. Here we go. Okay. And action surge, perhaps, in your future there, Gertis?
Ah, that's right. We did take a short rest, didn't we? Yeah, I am going to do an action surge then. Whew.
Unfortunately, that one will miss. That one will hit on the numbers.
All right.
Finishing off Tixie Tockworth as she falls. And does not get to, after his turn, replenish her force field.
Oh,
So having finished her off, looking about, you're able to find in the room a few different items here and there. I believe there's a couple more. Let me find that here real quick. There's a couple more sets of tools in the area. There's a set of three other sets of Smith's tools, and two more sets of Tinkerer's tools as well. Looking at the magical projection is really a harmless illusion that changes to match the current state of things in the town. You notice that the bridge is lowered in Little Lockford. The projection version of the bridge lowers as well. This seems to be the security center where Tixie Tockworth would control everything in the town and all of the security. Also, having concluded your mission, once you're able to use the security key to activate this fail-safe device and shut down the automatons and defeat Tixie Tockworth, the major threat to the city, of course, is over. The residents do feel a mixture of grief and at the same time relief when they return to the town. They're very grateful to you for saving their town and raise statues in your honor. Furthermore, of course, Mayor Broadfoot gives you promised rewards, as you recall, meeting with the mayor. She does indeed give you each she does give you a ruby ring worth a fair amount of coin, and of course each one of you may take a boost of striding and springing, a drift globe, and a stone of good luck as your rewards at the end of the session. Of course, Sonora and Gertis, you may also take a level. You may gain a level to level 6. Our other adventurers, Stinkfoot, Snaps, and Reginald, are going to go ahead and bypass that level since our next adventure is also a level 5 adventure also, and we're having all the party stay at the levels for the adventures. Everyone also does receive 10 downtime days after the session is over, and everyone gold-wise receives 1,122 gold pieces each, as the ring was worth 5,000 gold just by itself. And the jewelry box that Sonora was smart enough to grab again, of course, before leaving, was worth 250 gold. The amethyst was worth 100 gold each, and the ring itself was worth 60 gold also.
And that was what number again for the gold?
1,122.
Okay.
Of course, you all get to keep a potion of healing.
Mm-hmm.
As you do not use all of the potions of healing, you're also able to all take a dust of disappearance as well, as that was not used in the adventure either.
We did use our alchemist fire.
You did use the alchemist fire. That's a consumable that doesn't. That's just a mundane item, so those wouldn't multiply anyway. And also, since you are working for the Golden Vault organization's representative, of course, waiting with Mayor Broadfoot to confirm the automatons were shut down, Once your success has been confirmed, the organization will reward you with a rare magic item of your choice as part of the payment from the Golden Vault. Keep in mind, with the guidance for the keys from the Golden Vault, that this cannot be an item that will change or increase any of your stats. So you can't take like Gauntlets of Ogre Power, you can't take like a Tome of Understanding or anything of that nature. But any rare magic item of your choice.
Cool. What were the other items again? It was Boots of Striding and Springing and Ruby
Stone
Ring
of Good Luck.
Cashed in.
Stone of
And a
Good
Drift
Luck
Globe.
Oh.
and a Drift Globe.
Do we also get to keep that Scroll of Magic Weapon and the Potion of Hill Giant Strength?
Yes, you do get to keep the Potion of Magic Weapon, or the Spell Scroll of Magic Weapon, and a Potion of Hill Giant Strength for each one of you as well.
Fantastic.
And that will bring us to the conclusion of Tockworth's Clockworks. Great job, everyone. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Funconscious and Santa Fall, for playing with us. We appreciate that. For those of you that are watching as well, if you want to join our Discord community, you can either join the link that's been popping up here in chat. If you want to join our Discord community for Master of Dungeons, we do have an application area in our streaming section. I believe it's in the streaming section, to where if you are a community member, you can apply to be some of the guests on the show. We do have the next 2 adventures. We do have guest players coming in as well, and thank you. I hope they do as well as Sonora did, being the tank kind of for the group, taking a bit of damage last week and tonight as well. But I do want to note, first of all, that again, we do have the channel points in here. We're going to be working on getting some other stuff this week, set up some more emojis and emotes for people to use. Also, again, go ahead.
We made it through the most combat we've ever seen in one of these adventures, everybody. I'm going to take a little bit of a rule break here. I'm going to redeem points, and I'm just going to throw a toast out for everybody.
All right,
this is to this adventure. Good job, everyone.
Good job.
That was a lot of fun.
Just so everyone know, we are going to be trying to monitor the chat as we play in the coming weeks, of course. We are going to miss next week and the week after. Next week is Virtual D&D Weekend. I'll be running games for Wizards of the Coast and Baldwin Games. I do still have a few tickets available. I'm going to go ahead and post those links if anyone would like to play. They are all 3 the same adventure, but they are Tier 2, and you do not have to have played any of the previous adventures to play it. They are Season 9 adventures that do take place in the 9 Hells in Avernus. I'm going to post those links here in chat. There's one table. I didn't want you to have to go if you wanted to check them out to check it out, because at the Yawning Portal they did implement a new system, so you don't get to see all the games at once. But all these tables are just have 1 ticket remaining. So if you want to play with me next weekend at Virtual D&D Weekend, I believe the games do say at 7 p.m. on Friday, then 2 p.m. on Saturday, and a 2 p.m. game on Friday as well. They are all the same adventure, which is Losing Phi, the final Tier 2 adventure for the Season 9 adventures for Adventurers League. Let me see here. Any notes? Other notes here? Yeah, so we'll be off next weekend for Virtual D&D Weekend. Of course, the following weekend is Memorial Day. So we hope everyone has a wonderful and safe holiday. We will be back on stream on Tuesday for Dungeons and Deliberations at 6 p.m., where I'm going to continue on with working on the adventure of the Tower of Lore. Then we won't have a Tavern Talks this week. Normally we have a Tavern Talks on Wednesday evening, but since it is Virtual D&D Weekend, we will not have one this week due to prepping. And of course, we will still have our Dungeon Delving at 2 p.m. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday. But again, we'll be off on Friday because of the Virtual D&D Weekend. And then all of our scheduled streams during the week will be back to normal next week. And again, just missing the 2 weeks here for our live play games. So once again, thank you very much, Funconscious and Sandafall, for playing. You guys were great. It was wonderful to have you. And does anyone else have anything to add before we sign off?
No, it was, except that it was fun. Thanks for playing with you.
It was
Thank you. After each of the adventures leading up to this one felt like it jumped so outside of the realm of what we've been doing. This was a lot of fun. It was really different. This was good.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
I had
And we
heist
are-
spells prepared. Hiding
what?
in disguise. I had
Yeah.
a lot of heist-related spells, not...
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Mr. Papa Squats is stacking channel points so he can affect the game. Nice.
There's
So
some
if
good
anyone-
stuff in there if you want to save them points up.
Yeah, if anyone wants, we are getting ready to sign off, but we are going to raid someone. So if anyone does want to redeem any points, there is an option in there that you can choose where we raid. Of course, we do want to. That is up to our discretion to say yes on, because we do want to make sure that it is family friendly. So if you follow people that have D&D, play D&D games or anything like that, we'll give you a few moments to cash that in. It is only one time per stream that someone can cash that in, so it is kind of a first come, first serve. So if you know anyone that you would like for us to raid and want to redeem those points, you can do so. And we'll give you a couple minutes here if you want to do that. If we don't have anyone pop in, we will pick someone that we have on our list to go raid and check them out.
Ooh. Angelus, you're coming to join us on the 4th. That's going to be fun.
Oh, yes, that is true.
Looking forward to have you.
All right. It does not look like we have anything coming in at the moment, which is totally fine. So, does anyone that's playing with us have a preference of where you'd like to send our raid?
On my end, I have Elder Ient, ADHD Adventures, and Perception Studio running Dungeons and Dragons right now.
Let's go to ADHD Adventures. Let's do that one.
Roger that.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and we will see you next time, and happy adventuring.